Tonight on Connecticut's news station, back-to-school worries for families impacted by this week's historic floods. For some kids, this will not be the last weekend of summer break.
Captured on video, the dramatic ending to a police standoff in North Haven. Officers came under fire. An armed man holed up in his house refused to come out. Wait till you see the rest of the video.
And later, ex-WWE star and mixed martial arts fighter Ronda Rousey is apologizing tonight for spreading Sandy Hook conspiracy theories. And Rousey admits she's 11 years too late.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
It's Friday night and the weekend is upon us, and the question everyone wants to know the answer to is how long will this great weather last? Thanks for joining us. I'm Brent Harden.
I'm Sarah Sanchez. After such a stormy start, and let's face it, a lot of rainy weekends this summer, it's been a welcome change.
So let's get that answer for you right away. What's the weekend looking like?
Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now for a first check of the forecast. Hi, Rachel.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. We're talking about a lot of sunshine heading into the weekend. We're putting a little bit of that taste of early fall behind us, though, with warmer temperatures in store both Saturday and Sunday. But the humidity remains in check during the day tomorrow. And it's not until Sunday that you're starting to feel it just a little bit. Showers and storms holding off until Monday. Right now, we're looking at temperatures that are in the 60s, mid-70s currently for the New Haven area, and overnight lows will be in the 50s to right around 60 as we head towards daybreak. I don't think it's going to be quite as cool as the last few nights, but still a refreshing start to the day. Heading through the afternoon, where we're seeing temperatures rebounding into the low to mid 80s, including 83 for Wallingford. Beautiful day along the Sound, Guilford at 82. Any early morning fog will break for sunshine, 78 for a high temperature in Mystic, low 80s in Colchester, and middle 80s for New Britain. Heading into Sunday will be a bit more humid. There's a slight chance for a light spotty shower or sprinkle later in the day, but a better chance on Monday. We'll get a closer look at all of this. Your full forecast coming up.
Well, this week's catastrophic floods are still having an impact as families prepare for back to school next week.
But come Monday, some little ones won't be getting on the bus or even seeing the inside of their new classroom. Tonight, we have new information coming from school leaders. Plus, Fox 61's Kaylee Collins spent the day talking with parents.
Well, with the school year on standby, parents are left with a few worries, including how they'll continue to provide childcare, what the best transportation option is to get their kids to school, and how this delayed start might impact their summer plans for next year.
An unexpected extension to summer for students in Oxford.
It's a negative impact for sure.
Is throwing a wrench in parents' plans.
It's going to be confusing for a little bit.
August 28th was supposed to mark the first day of school for students in Oxford, but due to unsafe road conditions and minimal bus routes, that date has been postponed. While some welcome the delay, parents have expressed concerns over what this will mean for their kids later on in the school year.
I don't think that the kids should be impacted by it in the sense that it adds on to the end of the year or takes away any of the vacations, because this is an unfortunate situation that nobody planned for.
My daughter's really happy. It's pushed back now, but I don't think she realizes she's not going to be happy when she's in school until July.
Emily Paloyan has 3 children enrolled in Oxford schools, 2 of whom have special needs.
So they require aids on the bus, and we're right on Little Punk Up, right where 34 is out. So how they're going to get the van to us, or how I'm going to get one on the bus, the other one on the bus. I work from home. Leaving my computer is difficult.
Parents have praised school officials for communicating and including them in the solution process. A survey has been sent out to gauge which form of transportation would work best for families.
Bringing our kids ourselves, community drop-offs, I think that a lot of parents will probably feel the most comfortable with bringing their kids directly to school. I think that community drop-offs will cause a lot more confusion, but whatever helps to start the school year for these children is a positive.
The 2 boys, one's in pre-K 3, the other one's in pre-K 4, so it's different times. And then my daughter's would be like 20 minutes after the first one goes, and it would be difficult.
Superintendent Dr. Robert Miller said they're doing all they can to assist families.
We're trying to work with our before and after school organization that provides childcare at our elementary schools to see if they could provide additional coverage for those families that are in need. And we'll continue to provide whatever supports that we can to the families here.
We'll all get through it. strong community, so we'll all get through it.
An exact date for the first day of school has yet to be announced, but the earliest would be after Labor Day. Reporting in Oxford, Kaylee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And it's not just Oxford and Seymour with damages. People who live in communities across southwestern Connecticut still need to figure out what's next.
And Congressman Jim Himes met with homeowners today to help with next steps. Fox 61 political reporter Emma Wolfhorst spoke with people after that meeting.
People here are dealing with flooded basements, ruined driveways. One woman even saying her entire septic system was washed away in that flooding. And all of these residents telling me they left the meeting at Town Hall this afternoon with more questions than solutions. Packed house Friday afternoon.
What we're going to talk about today is how we recover.
Oxford residents searching for answers.
How do I even find out if my structure is secure?
Molly King-Smith lives just off Route 67.
We were completely surrounded by water. My basement was full. I lost all the systems that run your house, furnace, hot water heater, my whole electrical panel, all of it.
She says her damage isn't nearly as bad as others, but she still needs help.
We got luckier than some. Our living spaces are spared, thank goodness, but just want to be able to get the relief to figure out how to get through it.
Since the weekend's devastating flooding, the state and federal government have taken steps to get assistance to those who need it. Here's what's happened so far. Monday, Governor Ned Lamont declared a state of emergency. Then Tuesday, he asked for a federal emergency declaration. That was granted Wednesday, allowing federal agencies to start coordinating disaster relief. Now, state officials are asking residents to document their damage and submit that information to the Connecticut Division of Emergency Management and Homeland Security.
Take photographs of damage, not after it's been repaired, but before it's been repaired. Take photographs, document, make written notations of what it was done. If you have a cost estimate, do that, address, all that stuff.
The state needs this documentation to get a major disaster declaration from the federal government.
The federal delegation, including myself, has been lobbying the White House for this declaration, but what we really need now is those damage estimates.
In the meantime, King-Smith and her neighbors will keep taking photos, making necessary repairs, and hoping federal money will come.
Everybody wants to show up and support their community, but to have a little bit of empathy and understanding that we got to pull this money out of the air.
Now, Congressman Himes tells me it could take a few weeks to get that major disaster declaration from the federal government. So he says the sooner the better for people to submit those damage estimates to the state so they can move this process along and try to get it done as quickly as possible. We'll have a link on our website at fox61.com where you can submit your evidence, proof of damage directly to the state. Reporting in Oxford, Emma Wolfhorst, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Well, Sunday's catastrophic flooding left 2 women dead, both of them swept away by floodwaters in separate incidents. And tonight, officials in Fairfield believe there was a 3rd victim. Police found a vehicle there yesterday submerged in the Aspetuck River directly behind Aspetuck Falls. We're told the car was empty and it appeared to have been there for several days. Well, 5 hours after discovering the car, officers found the body of 59-year-old Robert Massasoit of Weston in the river. He hadn't been seen since Sunday evening. Investigators say it's possible Massasoit drove into the water as the floods raged, but they are still looking into exactly what happened to him.
We have this scam alert tonight. This one is for Eversource and United Illuminating customers. Beware of utility workers impersonating, beware of impersonators impersonating utility workers. I said it backwards. Well, right now, there's a new scam offering seniors a phony special rate discount. So there's no such thing. You might get the scam through a text message or a phone call. Scammers will ask for your personal information. Bottom line here, though, don't give them anything. Hang up, block their number, and call the number on your bill if you have more questions.
An update now on a developing story we first told you about on the Fox 61 News at 6. Route 80 has finally reopened following a serious crash involving a pickup truck and a motorcycle. It happened just before 5 in Killingworth near Roast Meat Hill. Route 80 was closed for several hours while police investigated, but again, it has now reopened. We'll bring you more updates as soon as we get more information.
Now the video we first showed you on the Fox 61 News at 5 recorded during a shootout between North Haven police officers and a barricaded suspect.
And also captured on camera his ultimate surrender. The standoff started Monday night, lasting hours, but it ended without anyone getting hurt. Take a look.
Unarm yourself. Put the weapon on the ground. Unarm yourself. Looking for a peaceful resolution.
You're watching a body cam video of SWAT officers at the home of Robert Mazurek on Cloudland Street. Police say neighbors heard gunshots coming from his home Monday night. When officers arrived, they say he threatened to kill them. Now, that was the beginning of a standoff that stretched into the next morning. Now, things escalated around 5:30 a.m. on Tuesday when police deployed a chemical agent inside the house, and they say that's when Mazurek opened fire.
Law enforcement fired back, and the standoff continued for 3 more hours. Negotiations were finally successful just after 9 Tuesday morning. You could see Mazurek surrendering in this video. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Mazurek is facing several counts of attempted assault. The state inspector general is now investigating the use of deadly force.
And our coverage continues online. Just head to fox61.com or download the free Fox 61 News app through the QR code here on your screen. You can also watch the full body cam videos there.